An artificial waterway is a canal. It serves as a route for boats and ships to travel between different bodies of water. The largest canals in the world are crucial to the movement of goods and the development of international trade. Canals are practical streams that are used for drainage, crop irrigation, and water delivery. Aqueducts and waterways are two types of canals. Waterways are special because they make navigation simple and can be found in open spaces or in bays. Let's find out which are the top 10 largest canals in the world. The size of the canals varies, and the amount of activity inside helps classify them as busiest or least active. This is the list. 1. Kiel Canal. Which canal is the busiest on Earth? Kuwait Canal. More ships can fit through this German waterway than through the Panama and Suez canals combined. It measures 11 meters, 37 feet, in depth and 160 meters, 536 feet, in width. 7 43-meter high-level bridges provide support for the canal. For ships traveling between seas, it offers the quickest, shortest, most practical, and least expensive routes. 2. The Grand Canal between Beijing and Hangzhou. China is home to the longest canal in the world, the Beijing-Hangzhou Grand Canal. 1,800 kilometers, 1,100 miles, make up the canal's length. The Chinese government originally planned to use the waterway to move agricultural products from the valleys of the Chang and Huai rivers to the cities and northern China. The waterway is additionally listed by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. Like, subscribe, and tell a friend about this content. Help us disseminate vital information for free. 3. Hoi An Canal. Vietnam's South China Sea coast is where Hoi An is situated. As an international port since the 16th century, this waterway has withstood the test of time. This canal is used for fishing and has served as a popular tourist destination, boosting its economic worth. Because a section of Vietnam town is traversed by narrow canals, it is often referred to as the Venice of Vietnam. 4. Suez Canal. The Suez Canal connects the Red Sea to the Mediterranean Sea and divides Asia from Africa. It travels north to south across Egypt's Isthmus of Suez. The waterway, which offers the quickest nautical route between India, the Western Pacific, and Europe, is one of the busiest and most used shipping lanes in the entire globe. Between Port Said on the northern side and Suez on the southern, the canal stretches 193 kilometers, 120 miles, in length. 5. Panama Canal. The Atlantic and Pacific Oceans are connected by the Panama Canal, which is located in Panama. One of the most important man-made canals in the world today, this waterway was finished and inaugurated in 1914. 6. Erie Canal. The Great Lakes are connected to New York City via the Erie Canal, which is situated in the country of the same name. The waterway, which runs for 587 kilometers, was the first in the country to connect the Atlantic Ocean with western rivers. The canal's construction was finished in 8 years, from 1817 to 1825. The waterway has fueled New York City's commercial expansion and served as an excellent training ground for American engineers who are building more canals. 7. Houston Ship Canal. The Houston Waterway connects Texas, the Gulf of Mexico, and Houston. It is located in Houston, Texas, USA, and the waterway passes through Galveston Bay and Buffalo Bayou as well. The river is 90 meters broad, 11 meters deep, and 81.3 kilometers long. In 1914, it was finished and inaugurated. 8. The Karak Canal. Turkey's Karakum Canal was started in the 1950s and finished in 1967. It runs for 840 kilometers west of Ashgabat between the Amu Darya River and Gakdeep. In order to connect the Caspian Sea shore, the waterway was increased to 1,400 kilometers in the 1970s. The Karakum Canal's water is mostly used for cultivation and fishing, which helps the Turkish government's economy. After the Grand Canal, this canal is the second largest in the world. 9. The White Sea-Baltic Sea Canal. A Russian-based canal built between 1930 and 1933 contains the White Sea-Baltic Canal. By joining the Volga-Baltic waterway, it links the White Sea to Lake Onega. 37 kilometers of the 227-kilometer length are artificial. 10. Welland Canal. Large sea vessels can use the Welland waterway in Ontario, Canada, to travel between Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. From Port Colborne to Port Weller, it is 27.6 kilometers away, and it is deeper than 9 meters. The construction of this waterway began in 1829, was expanded in 1833, and then was further expanded between 1871 and 1887. Between 1913 and 1932, this waterway had yet another construction, and in 1972, additional upgrades were made. As a result, it enables quicker and smoother vessel movement. Commercial cooperation between nations has been demonstrated to be facilitated by canals. Ships and boats can easily sail through canals as they transport massive quantities of cargo around the world. To accommodate the technological requirements of contemporary boats, the largest canals in the world have been built. Any of those did you already know? Share it with a friend and let us know what you think in the comments if you want to keep the internet a place of good information and cleanliness.